Lorraine Menza here, and in this video blog, I'm going to talk to you about make a difference. How do you do this? Do you find yourself doing the same things over and over again, and you're not liking the results you get? Well, Albert Einstein has this quote, and it's about insanity. And insanity is doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. And most people accept this in their lives. I never get it. Let's look at 3 areas of people's lives that they probably do want to make some changes and they want to make a difference in these areas. And I'm going to call it as number 1, relationships, number 2, your health, and number 3, your job. So let's go over this. Your relationships. Well, how many of you have been in a relationship and you kind of find like it's getting stagnant or boring or there's no excitement left in it? And it happens to quite a few married people I know. I mean, your dating life was pretty exciting. You always put a little bit more effort into that. But in your married life, you kind of let life get into the way. So what kind of changes could you do, especially if you have children? Well, maybe it's time for you to go out and get some dates. Go out on dates occasionally. But you say, well, you know, the babysitting costs are pretty expensive. So what changes can you do? What would make a difference for you? Well, you could create a babysitting club. Maybe one week you watch somebody's kids and then the next week they do that for you. And at least you get the expensive babysitting costs, because babysitting can cost like $15 an hour. It's outrageous. Or that money could be better spent to going on a date and watching other kids. If they're kind of around your kids' age, you're actually giving yourself a little break there too, because your kids are going to be entertained. The next thing I want you to look at and where you can make a difference is in your health. Now, many people are overweight. In the United States especially, we tend to be overweight. So the question is to ask yourself, how can I make a difference there? Well, could you cut back on the portions that you eat? Could you cut back on the junk that you consume? Could you increase the fiber in your diet or drink more water? So, or you could, again, watch your portions. Really watch how, you know, the amounts of foods that you are eating. That's, you know, you don't have to make all these changes. Maybe you need to make one change at a time till you get used to it and then go on to the next. The other thing about health that we tend to do, but we don't always see results, is exercise. Do you do the same routine over and over again and it really is not making any difference? Did you know that you have to do different things? You can't do the same exercise every day. You have to make different changes because your body just gets used to it. So let's look at this. If you belong to a health club, maybe you work on machines one day. Maybe you take a spin class another day. Or the next day you do an aerobics or yoga. If your facility has a pool, maybe you go swimming or you work out in the pool and do some exercises in there. Some of them have water aerobics. But you can kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Changes can make big differences. Now let's look at jobs. You want to make a difference there. Maybe your boss is just too pushy and expects you to do more and more work with less and less pay. Maybe you just don't like what you do. Or maybe you're not really working at a job that you're really qualified for, or it doesn't get your creative juices flowing. Well, what can you do? Now, I'm not asking you to go out and quit your job. That is definitely not what I'm asking. But I'm asking you, did you ever try making a difference by looking online and looking for different type of work? You could actually do it part-time or a couple hours a day or whatever until you feel like you are good at what you do and you can start tapering down. Well, the thing is, you need to look over your life and you need to say, where can I make a difference? Where can I make these changes in my life? If you found value, click like, leave a comment, share, subscribe, and if you want to find out the online opportunity that I'm working for, click below. Have yourself a great day.